everybody. Welcome to this split series. If you're watching this on my membership, we've got a great collection coming up. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, thank you so much for being here. This is a little taster to the classes that you'll find on my website if you want a little bit more. This focus is introducing you to Hanumanasana, our splits pose. Now, if you have a couple of yoga bricks, please do grab them to hand, or perhaps something you can use as yoga bricks. So maybe kind of an extra thick book, Tupperware box, something like that. These are going to come in handy. If you are looking for somewhere to buy some yoga props, do drop me a message. I can certainly help point you in the direction depending on what you need. So make sure you've got those to hand. Splits pose, it's a combination of mobility, flexibility in the front and the back of the legs, in the hips. So that is what we are going to focus on as we just ease into Hanumanasana in this class. We're going to begin in child's pose. Head there when you're ready, and we'll make a start. Just coming to rest down into child's pose. Knees comfortably parted. Let's stretch the arms forwards. Just enough to create a little bit of space in the shoulders. Dropping the head towards your mat. Doesn't matter if the head doesn't quite come all the way down. Take a few nice big deep breaths. And with the arms stretched, just relax into the elbows, relax into the shoulders. Just breathing into a little bit of space. Feel that breath move up and down the spine. And just allow yourself to sink into your hip crease. Stretching the arms as far forwards as you can now, a little more active, reaching the fingertips towards the top of your mat, maybe even rising onto the fingertips so the arms are floating above the floor. Feel that space expand across the armpits, both sides of the waist. Just one more breath in. Try and push your hips deeper towards your heels as you exhale. Flatten the hands to the floor. Slowly rise up to your tabletop. Hands move under the shoulders. Adjust the knees under the hips. Breathing through cat and cow. As you inhale, tummy drops, look forwards. As you exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. And you might add a little forwards and backwards here. Just getting some weight through the knuckles, through the wrists. Focusing on a little lift up and tuck under of the tail as you breathe in and out. Arms stay nice and straight. Just one or two more cycles. And as you come through one more in-breath, take it to your out-breath and just hold into that cat pose shape. Keep breathing. Start to sit your hips down to your heels, coming back into child's pose. Laying the tummy down, reach the hands forwards, take them towards the outer edges of your mat. Inhale, rounding the shoulders. Come forwards, shoulders over fingertips. Opening the feet, little squeeze of your bum, gently lower your hips towards your wrists. Inhale, lift up your tummy. And as you exhale, feet close, bum drops back to heels. And we go again. Inhale, round the shoulders forwards, open the feet. Exhale, dip into the hips, thighs towards the floor. Inhale, draw in the lower belly as you start to push back. Feet close, hips to heels. One more time, inhaling forwards. Exhaling down. Inhaling, lift up. And exhale, sit back. Inhale forwards, just enough to give yourself space to tuck under the toes. Exhale off the knees, downward facing dog. When you reach your downward dog, adjust the shape as needed. Feet maybe go further back, perhaps a little wider. Bend and stretch through the legs. Just start to wake up the back of the body. Arms stay nice and long. Just rolling through the toes and the ankles. Tapping into the hamstrings, noticing how the back of the legs feel. Find a stillness in your downward facing dog. You might stay on the balls of the toes for now. Focus on tilting your tailbone up, your hip bones away from your rib cage, and the arms nice and long, lengthening the spine. From here, take an inhale, come through to high plank. Squeeze the tailbone under, little tighten of the butt cheeks, and then we push back to down dog. Soften the knees, tailbone goes high. And again, inhale forwards, tailbone under, dome through the upper back. Downward dog. Exhale, push the hips to the sky, lengthen the lower back. One more, inhale forwards, plank. And exhale, down dog. We'll add a vinyasa here. When you're ready, drift forwards, breathe in, lower the knees if needed. Exhale, bend the elbows. Chest to floor or chaturanga. Inhale, rising up the head and shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. When you reach downward dog, slowly walk to the top of your mat. And once you're there, just let your body dangle, soft knees. Maybe reach around, grab opposite elbow, have a little sway. Let anything that you're holding on to in your body, in your energy, in your emotions, anything that feels tight, restrictive, let it just roll with gravity off you into the mat, into the earth. Relaxing the hands to the ground, bend the knees, slowly curl up through the spine. And we give a little shrug of the shoulders at the very top. Find your Tadasana, stand nice and tall. With your next inhale, send the arms to the sky, look up. Exhale to your forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Now either just dangle the hands under the shoulders or fingertips to the floor. Soft knees, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Lengthen through the upper back. Draw the shoulders down. Soft knees and fold. One more time. Inhale, length. And exhale, hands to floor. Step back, high plank. Exhale, vinyasa. Bend the elbows, using the knees if needed. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in here. Soft knees, long arms. Send the right leg to the sky. Breathe in. Rise to tippy toes. Exhale, step the right foot forwards between the hands. Arms lift overhead into a high lunge. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, circle the arms back and down. Exhale, hands meet the floor. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, bend the elbows. Chaturanga Vinyasa. Just let the breath guide your movement. Inhale, left leg goes high. Rise to tippy toes. Exhale, left foot through. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Catch your balance. Exhale, dip into the lunge. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, circle the hands down, fingertips to floor. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, Vinyasa. Take a pause in your down dog. If you feel like the body is opening a little bit more now, start to pull up the front of the thighs. The back of the leg gets longer. The heels just naturally drop towards the ground. Right leg goes up to the sky. Right foot steps forwards, top of the mat. Arms lift, high lunge. Exhale, relax the upper body. Warrior 2, spin the back heel, open the arms wide. Exhale, nice and open across the chest. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands down, frame your front foot. Into Vinyasa, breathe in plank. Exhale, chest to floor or chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Moving to the left side, left leg rises. Exhale, step it forwards. Arms lift. Relax into the lunge. Warrior 2, nice and simple, turn it out. Make any adjustments to your feet. One breath in the pose, strong legs. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Exhale, windmill down. Into your Vinyasa. Breath guided movement. We meet in downward facing dog. Inhale. Push into all 10 fingertips. Feel your armpits get a little bigger. Relax down the back of the legs. Next, inhale. Right leg goes to the sky. Rise to tippy toes, step forwards. High lunge. Turn it out, warrior 2. We're going to keep building. Breathe. Find your warrior. Straighten both the arms and the legs, reach up. Turn the right toes in. Reopen the arms, drop them behind your back and interlace the fingers. Inhale, draw back the shoulders. Exhale, forward fold. Just letting the head drop down. Perhaps a little softness through the knees if needed. Just let the knuckles fall away from the body. Hands release to the ground. Soften the knees, walk around your right foot, face forwards. Lower left knee to the floor. Circle the arms high into your low lunge. Exhale. Next, inhale. Start to cactus the elbows open. Squeeze your bottom. Just breathe space across the chest. Use a little press down through both feet. Circle and drop the hands. Pick up the back knees, step back, Vinyasa. Doing really well, everybody. Just building this flow, building that space in the legs. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Left leg to the sky. Left foot steps through top of the mat. High lunge, catch your balance. We turn it out to warrior 2. Make any adjustments that you need. Straighten both the arms and the legs, reach up. Turn the left toes in. Take a forward fold. As you fold, this time we're going to reach for the ankles. If you prefer, peace finger bind big toes. Wherever you want to go, start to pull. Now feel like the thighs are slightly engaged. You're drawing the shoulders up to the sky, away from the ears. And slightly shift your weight towards the balls of your feet. Open out through the elbows as you hug your tummy between the legs. Inhale. Very good. Slowly release. Soft knees. Hands walk around the left foot, face forwards. Lower the right knee to the ground, low lunge. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, dip into the hips. Next breath, open the elbows. Perhaps lift the chin, breathe into your heart center. Squeeze those glutes. Inhale. Hands release down. Pick up the back leg, your vinyasa. Step back, inhale. Exhale, get low. Nice, everybody. Down dog. If you want child's pose, it's always there for you. Just breathe. One more inhale. Downward facing dog if you're not already there. From the top, right leg goes high. Right foot steps forwards, top of the mat. High lunge, arms rise. Soften into the shoulders. Warrior two, turn it out. We're going to add in here. Reverse your warrior, straightening your front leg, reverse triangle. Sweep the right arm forwards as the right hip tucks in. Right hand comes to rest on shin, ankle, or to the floor. You can use a block here under the right hand. Left arm extends up towards the sky. If you know you've got a bit more space here and the spine is nice and long and you're extending at both sides of the waist, as the shoulders pull down your back, turn your top palm to face forwards and then stretch the arm over your head. Careful you don't take that left shoulder with you. Draw the shoulder down. Inhale, perhaps gaze slightly upwards. And exhale, well done. Soften front leg, rise it up, warrior two. Straighten through the arms and the legs, reach up. Turn the right toes in, dive into your forward fold. Hands to the floor, slide them in line with your feet. Inhale, extend through the upper back, and as you exhale, push into the floor to drop the head a little deeper. Releasing the ground, soften the knees. Walk your hands around your right foot, face forwards. Lower your left knee towards the ground. Circle the arms to the sky into your low lunge. Breathe. Let's keep the back toes tucked under. Inhale, circle the hands down. Frame your front foot. Perhaps grab your blocks. Next, inhale, slide the hips back. Exhale, gently rock forwards. Inhale, we pull back. Half split, Ardha Hanuman. Exhale, we go forwards. One more time, half split and pause. So you might want to pull the hands a little more underneath you. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Feel your chest bone get a little lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, then hinge at the waist to drop. One more breath. Nice. We slowly release. Move the blocks out your way. Rise up. High lunge. Pull your palms to your heart center. Let's add on. Lean forwards. Find your lift in the lower belly as you shift the weight. Float left leg off the floor. Warrior three. Now extend through left heel. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale and hold. Exhale, lower left toes to the ground, lunge. Standing split, hands to the floor, left leg goes to the sky, push into the floor. If the floor's too far away, grab onto a block and push down. Option, guys, if you want it, reach left hand to right ankle, hug tummy to thighs. Squeeze left glutes, inhale, well done. Exhale, lower down, left foot to the back of the mat. Great work. Find your lunge and soften to the floor, Vinyasa. Nice little build there, well done. Just breathe it out. We come back to down dog. When you're ready, left leg goes to the sky. Left foot steps through top of the mat from the top. Arms rise, breathe. Turn it out, warrior two. Adjust the feet. Reverse your warrior, straighten your front leg, reverse triangle. Forwards into your Trikonasana, left hip under, reach through the left hand. It drops to shin, ankle, floral block. Right arm extends up. You want to roll back that right shoulder, turn the bicep out. Lengthen through the spine. Option to turn that right palm forwards, reach over your head. Now don't forget about your core here, so really pull in your belly button towards the spine. Nice, we slowly rise up. Come back to your warrior. Straighten both the arms and the legs, left toes turn in. Dive forwards into your fold. Hands can either go in line with the feet. Perhaps see if they can reach through your feet, turning your fingers to the back. Now pull, pull, pull your tummy through. Good, slowly start to release. Soften the knees, walk the hands around your left foot, lower the back knee to the ground. Low lunge, reach up. Circle the hands down. Frame your front foot, grab blocks if needed. Inhale, slide back. Exhale, go forwards. Inhale, pull back. Think about this outer hip. The hip goes forwards. You're staying in that balance as you pull back and hold. So this left outer glute is working towards the wall behind you, and the rib cage is working forwards. Add a little fold on top of that. Great work, guys. Last little bit. Come forwards, rise up, lunge. Hands to heart center. Lean forward, shift the weight, float right leg off the floor. Warrior three. Now, if you can, really think about pulling up through this standing leg. You'll feel that in the left hamstring. At the same time, right butt cheek switches on to extend the right heel away. Inhale. Very good. Lower it down. Last little burst of energy. Standing split, hands to floor, right leg to sky, push. And you want to encourage your forehead down, so gaze to the wall behind you. Use blocks if needed, or perhaps bind. Right hand to left ankle, pull the right side of the rib cage towards your standing leg. Inhale. Exhale, excellent. Lower back down, lunge it out. Into your vinyasa. Great work, yogis. Step back, breathe, and flow. Now from here, just sit into child's pose. Take a moment of compression into the hips. Reset your breath. Let's meet back up in down dog. From downward facing dog, send your right leg to the sky. Step your right foot forwards between the hands. Drop the left knee to the floor. Grab a hold of your blocks. Now slide the hips back, coming into a half split like we did just a moment ago. Now this might be enough. Hip over knee, extending the ribs forwards and starting to find a little hinge. So you can either fold here, or you could bring the hands a little more underneath you and give the feeling of a back bend. Draw the shoulder blades together, stick out your bottom, and you'll feel that in the hamstring. As we start to work towards full split, we're just making this pose longer. So you might step the right leg further forwards, the right leg stays straight. You might heel toe your back knee further away. So you might be somewhere in the middle. There might be a slight lean forwards. As we work towards our full split, and that left knee getting further behind, make sure you keep your left toes tucked under, that left big toe pushed down, and it'll help keep that outer hip forwards as much as your skeleton allows. As you get closer to the floor, start to sit a little more upright. Now, if you find that you're quite close to the floor, at this point you could take one of your blocks, place it underneath your front thigh, and this allows you to drop your weight onto that block. Focus on, the hips won't be completely square because one leg is working backwards, but you don't want to open the hips too much so that you end up stretching through the inner thighs. Stay facing forwards. Maybe you can reach up to the sky from here. Or if you're still hands on blocks, have them whatever height you need. And slowly you can get a little closer. If you're pretty flexy, if you're nearly at the floor, perhaps those back toes can release. And we find ourselves in our split pose. Doing really well, guys. Notice if your right leg is off to the one side, you might need to just kind of adjust yourself in the middle. Let's go for one more breath. Beautiful. Slowly start to rise up. Now, if you've got a sticky mat, be careful. Pull in that left leg, heel toe, your back knee in. Well done. Just place the blocks off to one side for a moment. And we're going to come back to down dog. So just step that right leg back. And breathe. Really nice work. Splits pose is not easy. The hamstrings are a big muscle that tend to be pretty tight. So don't feel like you have to push further than you're comfortable. And it's all about just the journey into the pose. Every little bit helps. When you're ready, left leg goes high, second side. Left knee goes forwards. Lower back knee to the floor. Grab your blocks, or whatever home alternative you're using. Slide the hips back. And if they're really tight, guys, stay here. And I want you to focus on trying to keep your hip bones level. So imagine that there is a bit of string or ribbon across in front of you. And you want to make sure that both hip bones are still touching that ribbon. What tends to happen is the leg that is stretching behind you, in this case our right leg, that hip will open up. And then you're switching the stretch to the inner thighs. So as far down as you can, hips stay in that kind of neutral position. Little squeeze of left thigh. The more we tighten the front, the more the back opens. Start to edge it a little bit bigger as we did on the second side. Left leg forwards. Make sure you're not kind of diagonally across your mat. Stay nice and centered. Head starts to sit up. And again, option to just be on your blocks. You might use a block under that front thigh so you can sit a little taller. It can take some of your weight. If available, look back. Is this right leg straight behind you or has it veered off to one side? Tuck it back in. Use your glutes, and you do want to feel as though there's a hugging sensation. Couple more breaths. Start to find your maximum depth now. Maybe relax into those back toes, just if you're a couple of inches off the floor. Final big inhale, guys. Maybe the arms go up. Yes, yes, breathe in. And And then we recover. Well done. Take your time, ease yourself out. Lose the blocks. Great work, guys. And come back to a down dog. Now what might feel nice here? Once you've released to dog, ripple forwards, lay your tummy on the ground, and just take a few little cobra ripples. Fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lift your head. And exhale, ripple down. Couple more times. Coming back to your chest, back to child's pose, hands under the shoulders. Sit your hips to your heels. Enjoy that compression now through the hip crease. Breathe. And just relax here into your child's pose. Let everything soften that you don't need to be holding on to. Melt into the hips, into the back of the knees. And just enjoy this little moment to rest, to recover. Start to lift your head. Sit on up. Slide the hips off to one side. Bring the legs around in front. Scooch forwards to the top of your mat. Send the arms up to the sky. Breathe in. As you exhale, reach forwards. Bow over the legs. And then just drag your hands along the floor. Come back to sit up and keep going all the way to lie down. Once you hit the floor, just lie flat on your back. Let your toes roll out. Relax your shoulders. Feel into the back of your body, heavy into the mat. Big breath in, big breath out. Just take a final pause. Breathe in deep. Breathe out. Let your breath expand around the body. And when it reaches your fingers and your toes, give them a little wiggle. Slowly start to wake up. Rise the arms overhead. From there, we hug the knees to the chest. And either gently rolling to one side or forwards and backwards, rock up to a comfortable seated position. Once seated, perhaps with the eyes closed, notice how you now feel. Let go of your breath and bring your palms to your heart center. Thank yourself for the time, the energy you've given to your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this class. Introduction to splits. It's not an easy pose, and it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of commitment to keep getting into the muscles needed to create that space. But you can do it. For my members, the rest of the collection is available to you. If you're interested in finding out more, head to my website, link below. Check out more of my classes. Thank you for joining me in this video. Until the next time, see you soon.